Gold became money as determined by the free market because of its properties, right? And essentially, banking originally it was just because gold's expensive to move. People used to store it in warehouses, and then they would each person would get a warehouse receipt for their gold deposit, right? Well, eventually those warehouse receipts became tradable because they were just a claim on gold, but they were easier to handle, right? Like the banknotes in your pocket. So over time, this became the banking function and eventually became central banking. But essentially, the problem with it was that all the gold was centralized in one place, and therefore all the trust became centralized in one institution. And that institution, of course, inevitably abused that trust function. So what they did is they started issuing more promises than they had money, right? More notes than they had gold and reserves. Eventually, in 1971, as you mentioned earlier, we went off the gold standard entirely with the Nixon shock. And from then on, it's just been dollars today are just an irredeemable government debt token, right? It's just a promise that will never be fulfilled by the government. The central bank puts this fake currency into the economy. They profit actually directly. So the Federal Reserve is a private institution. It pays a 6% annual dividend to undisclosed shareholders. So It's not a government entity at all. It's a private bank that runs the world. And those first tier banks loan to second tier banks, so on and so forth, down the pyramid, that externalizes all the cost via inflation at the people at the bottom who hold dollars. So it's essentially what I like to call fiat currency is this pyramid scheme built on top of gold. So it's a fake monetary system. And the definition of a pyramid scheme, by the way, is an investment scam based on a hierarchical setup of network marketing. So they're imposing this system of network marketing on users of dollars and excluding all competition. So if you try to launch a competing money, they shut you down. But Bitcoin is interesting because it is totally immune to censorship and regulation.